That's you, man. It's all on you. Whatever. Got homework to
Good evening and welcome to Notre Dame. Tonight's match is between the Senn Bulldogs and your Notre Dame Dons. First, let's meet the starting lineup for the Senn Bulldogs. First, number 1, Daniel Tinoco. Number 2, John Watson. Number 7, Adekunle Adebayo. Number 8, Joseph Gonzalez. Number 9, Yugdakunda Placide. Number 10, Kabitu Ariyoshi. Number 12, Dennis Finnegan. Number 16, Jesus Romero. Number 20, Callum Dixon. Number 21, Hendrik Sotelo. And number 23, Andres Alinas. Senn is coached by Stephen Brewer, assisted by Samuel Corner, Anthony Campuzano, and Santos Moreno. And now the starting lineups for your Notre Dame Dons. First, let's meet the captains. Number 1, Zach Martin. Number 2, Paul Harris. Number 16, Mike Shanahan. Number 99, Luca Lobianco. Number 5, Marty Krug. Number 6, Andres Barazuda. Number 8, Daniel Dino. Number 7, Trevor Johnson. Number 14, Freddie Krug. Number 19, Jack Plovanich. And number 23, Ian Martinez. Notre Dame is coached by Mike Smith, assisted by Tom Crowley and Mike Pearson. At this time, we ask you to please rise and kindly remove your caps and face the flag in the southwest corner of the field as we honor our nation with our national anthem. Notre Dame Dons soccer is on the air. We are underway here from Legends Field. It's the Senn Bulldogs and the Notre Dame Dons. Welcome in, everyone. Danny Berg and Caden Frawley back with you. Second night in a row.
Yep, yet again.
We're
I'm
right
back
at it. Caden is back. I am back, and it is a little cooler here at the start of the game, which is not necessarily
Still a perfect day.
Oh, yeah. Very nice tonight. So, you met the lineups already, and as we've already seen, it's been concentrated in about the middle 40 yards between the two 30-yard lines so far. One big thing to note, at least in the Dons side of thing, Ian Martinez getting the start tonight for Michael Zemba. Reasons I don't know, and sometimes I really don't want to know, so I don't blurt out information.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, he's a great player. I think he definitely deserved a spot in the starting lineup for today.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see him out getting a start. He got some time last night, did pretty good. Made some really nice plays down by the south goal as we're going to get a turnover of the ball. No score through the first minute and a half of play. In the Don Raider Cup, this is a makeup game from Wednesday, and we were lightninged out with a nice little lightning show overhead. It was quite nice to see a little collision there at midfield between Dino and John Watson. And a nice save there from Ian Martinez, gets that one downfield.
Don's looking to keep it down on the Senn side of the field tonight. Like they did yesterday, they just kept it on the other side of the field, and that's how they had 7 goals last night. So let's hope they could do that again tonight.
It definitely helped, for the Dons. They scored 6 goals in the first half.
Yeah.
They were able to get 3 in the first 15 minutes of play. And remember, these are 35-minute halves. So it is a little bit different here in this tournament. This was agreed upon between the 4 teams involved in this tournament. So a little bit different in terms of time rules. As Dino takes one off the head, here's Freddie Krug and puts one up for 3 points. But
so close.
Unfortunately won't count.
So close.
Well executed there between Dino and Krug. That was Freddie Krug who made that attempted shot. Just a little too high on that one, but very nice execution nonetheless.
Freddie Krug is on offense, and then Marty Krug is on defense, so that's a good way to remember the two. Since
yeah.
They are twins. Yeah.
Freddie number 14 and Marty number 5. And Marty's going to let this one go out, so he will throw in. And there's Mr. Paul Harris. So like we were saying, the starters were basically out of the game. And Zach Martin with a little bit of a blunder there. Should have let that one go out, but instead touched that. As now we're going to head on back to the goal. Dons were able to get most of their starters out, or maybe just for a couple more reps after the first half. They did a goalie switch at halftime, so they were able to get Kier Swanson some reps and get Luca Lobianco some rest. And then we were able to see every single member of the bench last night, which was awesome to see.
Yeah, that's rare. You usually don't see that in any sport. So to see that last night was a great thing for the Dons to show that they know that they're confident in every player on this team.
Harris a little upset that one was able to get away, that one got away from him. Naya Dukunda Placide was there for Senn, and now we got Joseph Gonzalez that's going to corner kick. They're going to try and get something out of this. And that one's a high one.
Goes long.
Harris, and that one is going to go Notre Dame's way. That was Harris and Adekunle Adebayo. We do not know if him and Ayo Adebayo or Bam Adebayo, I'm sorry, are related. couple not so pretty kicks there from the Senn forwards, and that one's going to take a nice hop over the fence and roll its way dead in the grass. We got a nice crowd out here tonight for this game.
Yeah.
We got fans in 4 of the 6 seating sections, which is great to see. That's the kind of thing you want. But what I am surprised is why they decided to sit over here instead of not having to look in the sun for a full half. I don't know. I don't really like that. Here's on a fast break. Both the Krug brothers over there, and now we got Callum Dixon who's going to knock it out.
Trevor Johnson throwing it in.
I'm sorry, Trevor. Trevor will know. Oh! Off the goalie's head. A nice recovery there by Ian Martinez as Harris will take one off the chest.
Oh. It's a little physical there.
Whistle. So that was something. As Placide was getting into it with Krug down there. Now we're all the way back downfield. And a 2v1 with Trevor Johnson. 6 minutes in and no scoring yet. So Caden, for Senn at least, they lost a tough one last night to North Shore Country Day, first game of the tournament. How do they bounce back here tonight against Notre Dame?
Learn from their mistakes. That's my biggest thing, and I think that should be every team's biggest thing, is that it doesn't matter what happened the night before or even earlier in the day. If you have 2 games in one day, just learn from your mistakes and forget about it. Just don't think about what you did wrong and just try to learn from it.
Nice boot there from Harris, but off the head. So I'm curious, these 2 teams were getting ready to play on Wednesday night. We got through all the pregame stuff, and then everyone got pulled off the field. I mean, how do you get ready for a game that you were supposed to play 2 days ago?
Probably some built-up anger from that. They were really they're probably looking forward to playing a lot, and of course it just gets canceled right before the first whistle. So they probably are just getting back out here like it was Wednesday, and they just want to try to get the win.
Ooh, little bit of a block in the back there. Another football term for Dino, and a boot from our goalkeeper Tinoco. We are not sure if he is related to Matthew Tinoco, a graduate of Notre Dame, class of 2020. That cannot be confirmed nor denied, but Matt, if you're listening down there at the military academy and you're watching, you might have found your brother. Or you might have found a twin because he kind of looks like him a little bit.
Oh,
now Freddie, 1v1, and
yes.
in it goes. Freddie Krug in a 1v1 with Tinoco and puts one in and puts the Dons the lead.
As a sophomore, he's a great player, especially on this varsity team. He has really helped them throughout the whole year.
Great read there by Freddie, and is able to capitalize. And in a game where points are going to be of the essence, it's great to get on the board early, only 8 minutes in.
Same thing as yesterday. Don's just keeping it on the opposite side of the field, trying to keep it on the Senn side, and which they did. And, of course, it results in a goal. So 1-0 Dons almost 10 minutes in.
Ooh. High boot. And head, ouch. This is the one thing, I said this yesterday, but for our Senn audience, this is only Caden and I's second game calling soccer, so we really don't know too much about the game. And here comes Freddie.
Another
fast break. Passes off to Bearzuda.
Oh. Great defense, way to get it out.
Late hit there by a Senn defenseman. Puts Bearzuda to the ground, but is able to nix a potential goal. And now Zach Martin is going to have a corner kick.
Got some make that two chants in the crowds.
Something you don't often hear. It's nice to hear.
Yeah, you love to hear that.
Over and off. Couple of heads. But like I was saying, Caden and I really haven't done a lot of soccer in the past. It's only Caden's second game.
Yeah, I haven't done much commentating at all, so. I'm excited for the future, though. I mean, I really like doing this, commentating for any sport, so I'm excited for the future.
He is very excited for football season. I'll
Oh,
give
yeah.
him that.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, Don's varsity team gets underway in about 15 minutes.
First game of the year. Let's hope for a W.
Against Glenbard North. If you have time and you want to watch both of these games, over the head.
Jonathan.
Oh, and that one gets stolen from Trevor Johnson and kicked away. But if you get time and log into NFHS, watch the varsity game along with us, and we do have a final update. The sophomore football team defeats Glenbard North 22-8, so they start their season off 1-0. And I know we're going to let's transition over to that for a minute here, because we're on the topic. Good to see that after a rough season for the freshman team last year, transitioning now to the sophomore team, and starting it off with a really nice win.
Yeah, start off strong, which is what they needed. Make sure they get off to a great start for the season, and a 22-8 win is definitely a great start. So
and a daunting schedule nonetheless. There's a little bit of contact there between Adebayo and Martin.
Another fast break.
Here's Trevor.
Oh.
And some more. Oh. A hard hit. Knocks something. I think that's frames, sunglasses, something off of the second goaltender. They got a daunting schedule ahead of them, and so does varsity. They got their work cut out for them. You look at these first 4 weeks, you got Glenbard North, number 17 Fenwick, number 11 Mount Carmel, and then Nazareth unranked to start the season, but they're always going to bring it.
Yeah. Been good in the past. They'll probably be good again.
Except they got no JJs.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm interested to see what happens with JJ up at Michigan.
Yeah.
Is he going to compete for a backup spot, maybe a starting spot?
Yeah,
we'll see.
who knows?
Michigan's in a really weird place right now as Marty Crew will knock one downfield. Michigan football is in an interesting spot right now. They really didn't have a good season last year in the Big Ten. You want them to compete every year, and really the big thing is you got to beat Ohio State, and they really have not done that. Now, obviously, I don't follow the Big Ten as closely as some of our other listeners do. I follow the SEC a lot more. That's SEC blood. Here's Martin on a fast break, and now that one's going to be knocked away. That's Dennis Finnegan on that one. They have him listed as Finnegan Dennis on the roster, but I don't think that's very correct. Mr. Producer McKay says that it should be Finnegan Dennis, but I don't know. That doesn't make very much sense. What kind of name is Finnegan Dennis? Like, come on.
I think it should be reversed.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, be quiet, McKay. McKay's being judgy because it's Friday night and he doesn't want to be here. But we do because we're having fun.
Yeah.
McKay's just upset because we dragged him into this. But thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to have fun.
Great producer.
Oh, yeah, McKay's fantastic. And now we got a whistle.
Offsides, I believe.
.5 minutes left to go here in the first half between the Dons and the Bulldogs. Notre Dame with a 1-0 lead on a real nice goal from Freddie Krug at about the 27-minute mark, as Plavonic is going to knock this one out. So while we got a second, let's look ahead towards upcoming events for us. We got freshman football tomorrow morning. Tune into that one if you would like. And then not much from us next week. And here comes Freddie again, and now a whistle. Well, that looks like a very interesting 1v1 matchup. But anyway, you got freshman football with Glenbard North tomorrow morning. Not much the week after, though. But then on Friday is Fenwick football. And there is some plans in the works. You might have seen all of our promotion about it. We are working on a crossover event with the Fenwick Broadcasting Club, which is very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
As Lobianco with the save. So that's going to be a really exciting day. Not really sure how that's all going to work out yet. We still got a week to plan that out, but we're still really, really excited to get to work with those guys on a game next Friday. So make sure you tune into that game. There's going to be a lot of coverage with it. As Dino with a nice save there, and it's going to go Notre Dame's way.
Yeah, that should be fun time.
So the good thing about that for us, at least, is we get to do an extra game, and we have fun doing this. So,
Whoa.
gotta express my gratitude to the Fenwick directors of their club.
Oh, great play. Great idea. Just Zach Martin unable to execute, but that is still a really tough play.
That would have been a highlight reel kind of play
for
there
sure.
if Martin was able to get that in. Rick O'Connor, the broadcasting club director, for allowing us to do this and then Fenwick administration, wouldn't be possible if they weren't on board with this, especially, with just how the world is today. It's awesome that they're allowing us to do this with them. So looking forward to it. So make sure you tune in over on the Fenwick Broadcasting Club YouTube page next Friday. And as well, if you want to go check out some of their work, they're also got football tonight against Morgan Park. So if you want to go check them out for a little bit, have at it. Because I know they do a really nice job over there. Mike and Danny on the call. Me and Maeve behind the screens. Other freshmen running onto the field like crazy people. They get up in the huddle, and I'm like, why? You got all these big guys, and you got little freshmen going in there. And it's like, wow. It's ridiculous.
Where did they come from, right?
Exactly. It's cool, though. I've watched a couple of their games, and they do a really fantastic job. So it's enjoyable to watch those with them. Anyway, we've gone on a tirade. We got about 19 minutes left here in this first half. Still 1-0 here between the Dons and the Bulldogs. And this is kind of what we've expected so far, a defensive battle.
Yeah, that's what I love about the Dons defense.
As we go on a
fast break.
Tries to get the shot off. And a nice save from Tinoco.
Sliding save.
Wow.
As I was saying, what I love about the Dons defense is anytime it gets on their side, they could just get it out. They know how to control the ball. They know where to get it depending where it is on the field. So
and we really haven't seen it for an extensive length of time on the Notre Dame defensive side of the field, which is something similar to what we saw last night. But, you had to anticipate that there would be a little more activity on that side of the field given how much talent Senn has.
Yeah, this defensive rotation is great. Just like right there, they can just get it out. And even if it comes back,
knock it out.
Yeah.
Right like that. Now that one going for a run, and now Harris kicking this one out of bounds and is going to hop up into the stands and bounce back in. Also, while I'm thinking about football, got to give a lot of thanks to the Niles Chamber of Commerce for being great partners with us, with the main township schools, with Niles West, all of the community high schools with supporting us and being able to publicize us, make us known in the Niles community and the surrounding area. It's great that we have a partnership with them like that. I got to give them a lot of credit for all the stuff that they do up in the city government. Mayor Alpaginus, I don't think I'm saying that right. Mayor Jordan, as we call him around here, does a great job in the city. So we love Niles. Niles loves us. We have a great relationship with the city. It's awesome.
Oh.
Now we got a whistle. And that wouldn't have been a goal anyway. So
still close. Yeah.
It was close. It went off of like the wheels on the side of the goal. As we have 17 minutes left on the clock. Still a 1-0 game.
Yeah, like we saw last night, there have been a few penalties on Notre Dame already, only about 20 minutes in. So if they can limit those, I feel like they could get a few more goals and much more offensive possessions.
That's something that, we don't critique very often unless it's like blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Now here comes Martin.
It wasn't at all like super obvious, but just
but
if
you
they
could
can
tell
still limit it, yeah.
You knew it was noticeable as now Ryan Shanahan's got to go on a chase and try and go get that one, but it's going to go out. It's something that's noticeable. They had a handful of penalties last night, and we were saying, like, you can't have that amount of penalties if you're going to play in competitive games like this or in, like, a state game or against a Pats or a Bennett. You can't have those kinds of things.
Yeah,
so especially games like these, you got these better teams. you know, you've got to try and limit those. And now an empty possession for Senn as Diego Sanchez touched that one a little too late.
Here it comes again. Another fast break. Oh.
And a save for Tinoco. He's been really good back there so far,
Yeah.
Daniel Tinoco. A junior from Haight Elementary School, and he's been really solid back there so far, getting a couple of nice defensive grabs, controlling his men. A lot of shouts from the crowd we have gathered here tonight, which is awesome, the amount of people we got.
Yeah, big crowd tonight.
15 minutes to go here in the first half. It's Dons and Bulldogs in the Don Raider Cup, and it's a 1-0 Notre Dame lead. I want to welcome everyone in, and especially welcome in our Senn fans. Welcome back after not much happening a couple of days ago. So thanks for coming back and hanging with us. We know that a couple of your coaches are actually alums of ND. Coach Brewer is an alum here, so spoke highly of us, which is awesome. I think I don't know what class it's got to be somewhat recent because he's a younger looking dude. That one over and Lobianco with the save, and now just unleashes it down the field. A little fighting action going on, and a whistle.
Going to be Senn ball.
Little pushing and shoving. Nothing a whistle can't fix.
Yeah.
So now John Watson is going to boot it off. A big cluster down the field. There's a shot down and a nice save
and
there.
Gets it out.
Michael Zemba has entered. So we missed that one. Ryan Shanahan also in with the bench guys. Now Dino able to escape it, and now Bears going down the field, and here comes Freddie. Freddie heading down the field. Knocks off with the kick, and Tinoco with the save.
Great idea once again.
Real nice sequence. Obviously didn't materialize on anything, but
still,
not that bad.
Still great idea of what to do. And it's just, those are still tough plays, so, you can't get them every time.
Now Lobianco will boot away. About 100 and some odd feet. And here's Ryan Shanahan. Shanahan and Shanahan, they are brothers. Matter of fact, Ryan and Michael both came from Edison Park. Ryan is a sophomore. Michael is a senior. And Mike Shanahan, obviously, one of the captains, as you can see, with the orange armband. We haven't figured out yet Senn captains, who those might be. They're not listed for us, so that makes things 10 times harder for us. Maybe we'll find – oh, never mind. There's the Senn captains are wearing blue armbands. So let's see who those are, if we can figure it. Adebayo's one, and then thought I saw another
number
one.
John Watson.
John Watson's another.
Also a captain.
Now shot down the field. And Tinoco puts a stop to it with us just under 12 minutes to go. And what has turned out from a very hot day to a very temperate night.
Yeah, very cool. Very not hot.
Not hot. We do have the wind blowing in. We were out here earlier about like an hour and a half ago. It was blistering.
You could just be sitting down and you'll still be sweating.
Yeah, that's at least we got shade behind the press box,
yeah.
which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, this is going to be a close game all night. Even though Dons are up 1-0, it's still going to be a close game, and I expect to see a lot more possessions from each team that might result in a goal or be close to a goal. So I'm excited for the rest of this game.
Well, what we've seen a lot, though, is, we saw it a lot last night. Obviously, DePaul not as strong of a team as Senn is, and here comes Trevor Johnson. Oh, and Tinoco with the save. Daniel Tinoco has been one heck.
Yeah. Couple shots on goal, and he's only let one in. So
yeah, he's had some spectacular plays back there tonight. Doing real well after 7 goals allowed last night by DePaul. They had to pull their starter in the first half. It was about 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
You've got Angel Panora Garcia has now come in. Now we got a cheerleader down in the stands. And Panora Garcia with a nice save.
Nice.
Keeps it with the Dons. And now Trevor Johnson got 8 up, and now that's going to get knocked out.
Should be Don's ball.
Nice. That was a good option there by Endrick Sotelo. Knocking that out. Not really allowing much, and giving Senn a chance to maybe steal it back. And as they almost did right there, Johnson getting triple teamed. And now Dino's going to kick that one out. Just under 9.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. If you're just joining us, Don's got their only goal of the game from Freddie Krug. About 8 minutes in, near about the 27-minute mark. As that one's going to go with the Dons. Other than that, nothing. It's been a highly defensive game here thus far, which not necessarily surprising considering what we were anticipating with these teams. These are 2 really good programs, so you had to expect that this was going to be a very tight battle when it came to the defense, and it's lived up to that so far.
Yeah, for sure. Just one quick goal by the Dons, and maybe that's all they need for the rest of the night.
Nice back hit by Dino, and we do have a whistle. So there's another one.
Yeah. Just those.
Either way, though, probably wouldn't have amounted to anything as Tinoco with a nice save. So as it looks like, it's going to be hard to get anything past him here tonight. Which is the kind of things you're going to have, though, as you face those
competitive teams.
You're gonna have competitive goaltenders and good defenses, which is what Senn has showed here tonight. They've had some really, really nice defense, even though the ball's mostly been on the Senn side of the field here tonight.
Yeah, even though it's on their side, they still find a way to not let it go in, so they could still get it out, even though it's been majority on their side of the field.
And Polvanich is going to knock this one out. Two bench guys, Shanahan and Panora Garcia still in. Michael Zemba looks like he is checked out. I can't see him. No, he is still in. Never mind. Zemba is still in, and there was a nice grab by Lobianco just a minute ago. Now we're seeing that transition. Now we're over here on the Don side of the field. We haven't seen it much so far. The Dons really have been able to keep it concentrated on Senn's side.
Yeah, capitalize on offense. That's what they do best.
And Lobianco keeps that one in front of him. We've got stuff falling from the sky in the press box, which is a little weird, but if you've ever been to Notre Dame, you know that our press box kind of looks like a giant shed. It really is. It's a 2-floor shed, especially if you look at like the siding. It's interesting. I'll give you that much.
It's on top of the bleachers though, so
it is on top.
At least
yeah. we got a sight line, and it's enclosed. It's not open air, which is great, especially for colder games.
Exactly.
You can get the windows up. And now here comes a fast break for Barazuda. There's the
Oh.
shot. It's off the legs of Tinoco, and Trevor Johnson's going to airmail that one off to the distance. And a really, really nice sequence there.
Yeah.
As Freddie Krug and Ian Martinez will check in for Zemba and Ryan Shanahan. And Senn will take over at about the 5. No, now they're going to walk over. Hey, look, more football terms. I said take over. I'm practicing. We got to get the football lingo back. It's only been 4 months.
Hey, first game soon, so got to be ready.
Our first game here, Legends Field, September 17th. We are anticipating another packed crowd, which we haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, especially most people can be back now. So
exactly, and
we
last year's St. Rita game was pretty packed too. There's a high shot from one of the Senn defenders. I can't see who he is. Maybe if he turns around, I can see who it is.
Just under 5 minutes left to go in this first half.
But as I was saying, we had a pretty nice crowd here for the St. Rita in late April, which was awesome to see.
Yeah.
Things finally starting to get a little more normal, and now we're anticipating big crowds. Particularly the first 2 home games, Nazareth and St. Viator, expecting big crowds, particularly Viator because of close proximity. Viator's only like 20 minutes away.
Whoa.
Oh. And that's
wrong football.
That's blatant. that was Callum Dixon tripping up Zach Martin there. But come on out to the games, but also make sure to watch us because we're good at this too. We want attention.
Pack the stands.
Because I want to see as much as this place filled. Also, while we're on that note, we also want to announce that we officially reached 1,500 subscribers today, which is awesome. It's Barazuda fighting for it, and now that's going to get kicked back out. Which is awesome. You know how much this has grown over the years. We gained about, I think, like 700-800 subscribers since February, which is amazing. Dino with the shot and the save by Tinoco. There's nothing getting past them here tonight.
Yeah.
But to continue, it's been spectacular with all the support we've gotten from our audience, all the trials and tribulations, all the struggles, all the successes we've had, all the fun. Really, really.
Oh, here comes another fast
happy
break.
with all that. Here comes Trevor Johnson, and now swarmed by Senn defenders. Tinoco with the stop. Still a loose ball. Tinoco's on the ground.
Looks like he's down, yeah.
And Tinoco is down. Ball goes out of bounds. Down's unable to capitalize. And Daniel Tinoco is on the ground.
A lot of physicality right there, so I could not see exactly what happened, but yeah, someone just.
Clock has stopped. Trainers are out onto the field. And he looks like he's okay.
Yeah.
There was a trainer ran out on the field. You had a non-player on the field.
Next time, you guys be consistent, we'll stop it. Yeah, well, we don't always get it up here. So.
Our apologies for all of that if you were able to hear any of that discussion between our press box personnel and the field refs. Not trying to really take sides with referees or, people up here, but, that is something you got to look for. You got trainers running onto the field.
Yeah.
You can't keep the clock going.
Oh.
There's now some more physicality.
There we go.
And now we get the clock stopped.
Yellow card for number 16, Michael Shanahan.
So Shanahan heads out, and Cesar Lopez now is in. There's another penalty you really don't want to have. happen. Now hard boot. And now Harris is going to sky that one up. Kick down, and that one's going to bounce out and into the seating area. With under 2 minutes to go here in the first half, in about 30 seconds, Caden's going to take you the rest away as I have to fulfill my job as PA announcer. So he will take you up until halftime, and then we're going to be back on for the second half. Reminder that halftime is only 10 minutes, so don't go far.
Yeah.
Is basically what I'm trying to say. So now, with that, Caden Frawley is going to take you the rest of the way.
All
here
right,
in the
sounds
first half.
good. Minute 20 left in this first half as ball goes down out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be a goalie kick. Great game so far. Close, competitive. It's been real tight between both teams. Only 1-0 score still. And I'm expecting it's supposed to be like that for almost the rest of the game. Very close. Comes a fast break, and it goes out. 45 seconds left. As Marty Krug gets to throw it in to number 1, Zach Martin. Back to the middle. Tries to get it to the middle. And it gets out. Don's get it right back. 15 seconds left. As just getting little touches around. All the way down. Paul Harris is able to get it out. High into the air, and that's the end of the first half. Still a 1-0 game. And that is the end. So I will see you guys back in the second half.
And we are back. It's time for the second half of play between the Dons and the Bulldogs. It's a 1-0 game here at Legends Field. You can see at the top of your screen we got a nice little sunset forming, some orange and some pinks breaking out of the sky, and it has turned out to be a spectacular night here in Niles.
Perfect weather.
Yeah, it's
That's all I have to say.
spectacular. What a night to be out here. So officials heading to their spots. Senn's going to start things out after the Dons won the coin toss, and they opted to keep the ball to start the first.
I hope to see some more aggressive plays by the Dons and just keep it on the Senn side of the field.
It's nice to see the Dons soccer team back under the lights. It's been a while since we've seen them. We weren't here Monday for their game against Lakeview, so we obviously weren't here to see it. And then yesterday was mostly in the daytime. The lights really didn't have much effect until the later stages of the game, like really, really late. So if you didn't notice, the team switched sides as this is going to go off the legs of, I think that's Mike Shanahan down there.
Yeah, it looked like
at the
it.
far end. If you didn't notice, the team switched sides, so the Dons are now on the south end of the field. Senn has the north end. So that's what the change is, if you didn't know. Because I know we have some non-soccer people that are watching. We got to explain everything, because even I didn't know that the first time I did a soccer game. So I'm sorry, soccer fans that are watching. I got to get brought up to speed.
Yeah, both of us.
I never really was much of a soccer fan. I really wasn't.
I know how the game works, but, like, I don't watch too much of it.
I don't really watch it at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see, like, highlights and stuff like that.
ESPN highlights, but that's about it.
Yeah. There's a header off of Zach Martin's noggin. And now Tinoco with a nice save. One heck of a wall Tinoco's been tonight, that's for sure. It's been fantastic. That one's going to bounce out. A lot of errant kicks so far.
Yeah.
in the first 2 minutes. Yeah, we're looking out over the sky. It's really, really nice to see a mostly clear sky. There's a couple of clouds. There's actually some pretty tall clouds to the north of us.
Wow.
Yeah, those are pretty big. But to the south, pretty clear.
Yeah.
And then just some scattered clouds out west, but it's turned out to be a really nice night.
Yeah, great night so far. Perfect weather. The Dons are playing, so you love to see that. Just back after a hard year, so it's great to have them back.
More noggin hits. Oh! I was saying this yesterday. I'm like, how do these guys not end up in concussion protocol at the end of every game? It's funny to see it. And half the time I make those comments because, like, I don't exactly know what these guys go through. Oh, a little bit of contact there. I don't know what these guys go through because I never played competitive soccer.
Oh.
I know you got a whistle.
A little physical there between Ian Martinez and, I lost him. I forgot who it was, but.
I think it was 16. Yeah, 16. So that's Jesus Romero initiating contact. Long boot.
Middle.
And
Nice.
Lobianco with the save. Andres Alinas.
Oh.
And Sunball. Bit of a late call there from our inside judge. As Krug and Romero battling that one out, and now Mike Shanahan with it kicks it back out. Well, for some reason, these guys like keeping the ball on the south end of the field, as Senn really has controlled it here in the first 4 minutes. And that's going to be Sun ball. And Marty Krug not very pleased with that one.
Talking with the referee, trying to see what happened exactly, why he got called for that, but they just play it out.
It's a good way to think of it.
Wow.
And now another one.
Fast.
Down. Now Ian Martinez heading down the sideline. Got to make
corner.
a quick turn. Kicks it off of a
Senn.
Senn defender, and it looks
corner.
like it's going to, yep, looks like we got a corner kick coming. Well executed there by Ian Martinez to get it down into the Senn end zone. And now have a chance to put something up on the board. So let's see what Zach Martin can do here. Here's the kick, and a little wide to the left, and not able to do
Just
much
off,
with that.
yeah.
Off a tad. And a little bit of transition. Max Shanahan getting into it. And that's going to go down the line once more. Still 1-0 game here between the Dons and the Bulldogs, with just under half an hour left to go of play.
Thrown into the middle of the field.
Of course, it'll obviously not be half an hour. We're going to have some clock stoppages, but I just felt like saying half an hour because you don't get to say that a lot of times on broadcasts. Just fun.
Oh.
More physicality, and that's going to be Notre Dame ball. Fans are looking for a card to get pulled, but nothing coming from the officials. So Senn able to get away with one there.
See what Paul Harris can do with this kick.
An interesting note from last year's team, everyone on the varsity team scored a goal except for Paul Harris. He was very upset with that after the season, so looking to bounce back from that this year and try and be a leader of this offense. Really did not go well for him in that regard last year. Still a big part of the group, but just never able to get one through the net.
Yeah, still a captain though, so he still needs to be a leader for this team.
Now Jack Plavanich with it. Oh, and
it was going out of bounds anyway, so he just kind of threw his hands up. Hope no one noticed it. Oh.
And still Senn ball. So a little bit of physicalness going on there with Ian Martinez as he's getting into it with Kabito Ariyoshi. Still a 1-0 game here at Legends Fields. Turned out to be a spectacular night. First Friday Night Lights game of the season.
Yeah.
For the school, for the athletics program. Not a bad thing to have on this early. And we do have our first scoring update from, and we'll get to this first, Trevor Johnson going down the field. And that one's going to get knocked out. So let's get to football while we got a second. So Frankie Riccardi just put in a 29-yard touchdown run. The extra point was no good. So Glenbard North with a 7-6 lead with 5:27 left to go in the first quarter. So there's a quick score update from Carroll Stream in the Week 1 game between the Panthers and the Dons. There's one in the corner. Krug just knocks that one out. Not a lot of room to get much there. That was one where you really don't want an extremely violent kick. That's one where you want to just place it on the ground, be able to move the ball around, get it to your teammates. In that situation, that's not really one you can do all by yourself, especially with the placement. So that's one you kind of got to rely on your teammates with. Here's Zach Martin with another attempt off the head and
over the net.
Lands on the net, so a backwards goal. But unfortunately, that one doesn't get thrown up on the scoreboard.
Another corner kick. This is 3 in a row, I believe.
Here's another one. Another header. And Senn able to recover.
Ooh.
Senn trying to push down the field, but Don's keeping it in the Senn territory. And now Senn getting on a fast break. Kick
Way
is going
wide.
to go way out. I had a lot of tail on there from Joseph Gonzalez.
Yeah, great defense. Made him try to make the toughest plays possible, which is what we need from this defense if we want to keep winning games.
Kate,
And that's what we've been doing.
Did you ever play goaltender in grade school?
No.
No. What'd you play in grade school soccer?
Defense. I mean, I played like forward sometimes. On a good day, I'd play forward, but most of the time I think I was on defense, so have a little bit of knowledge in that field.
Were you a gym class hero?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Nice.
For sure. I made all the great plays in gym class.
Pavanic opting to play it. That one's going to go out. A quick toss back in from
Quick
Ian
play.
Martinez. Off the head of Barazuda. Dino with the
Yes!
kick in, and it goes! Danny Dino with the assist from Freddie Krug. And the Dons now with a 2-0 lead.
Great play overall. Ian Martinez noticed that it was open in the middle of the field, got it in quickly, and they were able to execute on that one. And now Dons have 2-0 lead.
Well, like you said, very well executed there by those three. A well-placed ball there by Martinez. Freddie Krug able to take that one off the head, puts it down well for Danny Dino, and an easy shot in. And this is why we call them the professionals, because they make it look so easy. Michael Zemba has entered the game. There was one other, that Ryan Shanahan, also coming in. So those are the new additions for Notre Dame. And more back and forth. It's like ping pong. And now a whistle. So ball's going to get placed at about the 34. Paul Harris to knock this one off.
See what he can do here. A lot of options.
Here's this boot. And
Oh!
Tinoco gets it off of his leg.
Another corner kick.
And that's going to lead to a corner kick.
That was a close one.
Wow.
I mean, great placement by Paul Harris, and it was just so many people in that part of the field.
It almost
hard
looks
to-
like it got past so many
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
too, and it ended up not leading in anything.
yeah.
We've seen that a lot tonight. You know, you get these plays, and they just end up not doing anything. So this one's going to be a ground ball, and not a great kick there by Danny Dino. So missed chance there. You know, Zemba trying to recover. And that one's going to get kicked out.
Don's ball.
By Ariyoshi. Ooh. Hard hit off of John Watson. And Pavanic is going to toss another one in over the head of Zemba. And now Ryan Shanahan's got to go chase after it. Nice save.
To the middle.
Oh, and what a save by Tinoco. That one looked destined to get into the left side of the goal, but Tinoco gets the hands out, blocks it off, and will roll all the way to the fence, but is going to lead to a corner kick. This time Zach Martin's going to take it.
I thought that was going in for sure, and then he just came flying out of nowhere to block that one.
This one going in the air, headed, and is going to
right back
go out. So now we're going to do it all over again. So that didn't just happen. We're going to try that again. We just shaved about 15 seconds off the clock, more or less. And a nice breeze has come in and has made it very comfortable out here. That one into a pack of wolves. And now gets sent back, and now he's going to go out of bounds. 2v1 on Zemba, and he takes a hard hit.
Oh.
Waiting for a call. And no stoppage and no card pulled, it looks like.
Fans were arguing that it was inside the box, which if it was, it would be a penalty kick or a free kick. But I guess it's just outside, so.
Way to recognize that because I wouldn't have seen that. Dino with the high kick. That one's way over, and a header off of Ryan Shanahan right into the hands of Tinoco, who will now boot this one away. And is going to find itself in. Oh, how about that from Marty Krug? Heads up awareness there, and Coach Crowley on his feet. Look at that guy go. One of the great characters of the Notre Dame athletic staff, of the coaches. He's been an assistant here, assistant to the soccer team for a couple of years. Just got back into the classroom too, back teaching religion this year. So it's great for him that now he's actually got a classroom duty now, which is great. making headway, which is awesome. More running around. All these guys do is run, so I can just say they're running, and look, more running, and now some sliding. You're going to get some turf burns later, Zach Martin. How about another corner kick? As if we haven't gotten enough.
That's maybe 5 or 6 just
in this half?
In this half, within
so
the first
that's
15 minutes. Yeah.
That one's just a tapper. And that one gets erased quickly. That time not very well executed.
Sees the open spot.
Here's Zemba. Got to react quickly.
Yes!
There it is! Barazuda puts one through. Zemba to Barazuda.
Wow.
Found an open space and took advantage.
Great field recognition.
Zemba saw that open spot. He was basically in no man's land, all by himself. Shot one out over the middle, found Barazuda, and an easy tap in to fool Tinoco for the goal.
Great play.
So it is now a 3-0 game. Dons have scored 2 goals in the last 16 minutes. There's a way better ratio than what they had before. 1 goal in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Considering they scored that goal within like 8 minutes of the start of the game. Now a long boot down the field. Shanahan's going to take one off the forehead. Oh, and a collision there.
And looked like the FAR referee was calling for a penalty, but no one seemed to acknowledge it, so we'll just keep playing.
And it's been good, though. The refs mostly have been letting them play tonight, not really calling a ton. And now here comes another fast break. Here comes Marty Krug. There's a shot. Oh, hard stop there. It almost looked like that. I think that was Freddie Krug that was down there trying to get that, and ended up just kicking it right into Tinoco. A little odd. And now Senn getting it down the field, and now
nice
save by Paul Harris. Keeping it away from Lobianco. Look at him fly.
Oof.
Real fast kid. Real fast. I think I said something I shouldn't have because I can't talk. It's interesting why I'm even doing this in the first place if I can't speak. So, Josh, Steven, you made a huge mistake.
I think it's good. So.
Did you see that?
No.
Almost looked like there was a flash in the distance.
Ooh.
I don't think there's weather.
I didn't say anything. 5% chance before the game started at 8 o'clock. So.
Interesting.
Hopefully not another ND Senn lightning delay.
I
which is
think
what
after
happened
a
last
half, though, it is an official game, but it'll just revert back to the score.
Ah.
I don't know that for sure, but I believe that's what it is. And Shanahan called for another one, and we have a down player, John Watson. And we are going to take a quick break.
Thank you.
Yes, he's already out. Ridiculous.
Once we stop the clock, then the player has to leave. So he wants to make sure that.
Okay, so we have come back. John Watson now on the sideline. You can see it at the bottom of your screen, right above the scoreboard, getting attention from the athletic trainer. Marty Krug also went down for a minute, a little slow to get up. He is up and fine now. Andres Linus will kick that one away. So we'll keep an eye on John Watson for you. Definitely not someone that Senn wants to lose right now. One of their captains going down.
Wow. Great defense right there. Way to know where the ball was going, way to get to it, and then just get it out.
Shanahan gets that one away,
Yeah,
and now that's
like
going down the field. But Senn's got a beat on that one, and a nice baseball type of play there. Ball coming in, ball kicked away. And another push out there. Don's really physical here tonight. That was Max Stalinchek that pushed one of the Senn players out. Did not catch who it was. Numbers are a little hard to see for Senn. You know, these I don't really understand the concept of the base of the numbers being the exact same color as the jersey.
Yeah.
Don't really understand that.
Another
Here
fast
comes Freddie
break.
Krug with the
Yes.
shot, and in it goes.
Another one.
Freddie Krug in a 1v1 against Daniel Tinoco. Puts it in, and it's now a 4-0 game.
Like I said, a sophomore who's very important to this varsity team. He is doing great this year.
Freddie's second of the game has now made it a 4-0 match.
Just over 15 minutes to go in the second half.
Wow. John Watson, by the way, is now up and walking, presumably heading over to the sideline with the athletic trainer. Now he's running. So, I don't know, maybe he's going to get back in. We're going to see. So, we'll keep an eye on him for you as we continue here. Another strong boot from Andres Salinas. He was not in the starting lineup 2 days ago for Senn in tonight. And he's got a really powerful leg. Oh. And poor execution there by Zemba and Trevor Johnson. And now Johnson's going to steal it away. And falls to the ground. Hard hit on his backside. Now he's going to be booted down. And Lobianco comes out of his home and rolls it down. It's now a 4-0 game with 15 minutes left to play in this second half in the Don Raider Cup. John Watson has made his way back over to the Senn bench. We're going to see if eventually he gets back in. And it looks like he's still up and walking. If he gets over to the side,
Yeah, it looks like he's going to the substitution area. Might get back in as soon as possible.
Still no more updates from Carroll's stream. We will continue to keep an eye on that for you. If you want to check yourself, go ahead and head over to Twitter and go to NDCP_football. That's where they will be updating scores all night for you from Carroll's Stream from Glenbard North in their Week 1 matchup. And Ian Martinez knocks that one off. Ryan Shanahan also has come back in. And John Watson also back in as Lobianco got up for that one.
Wow.
Able to keep it in front, and great defense there from the Dons. Keeping it out in front of them. It looked like, I think it was Barazuta that was over there to make that save.
And a boom all the way down.
Long kick from Marty Krug. Down to the end zone.
Don's just trying to control it here. Don't make any stupid mistakes to let up a goal. So they're just trying to keep it controlled and on the Senn side of the field.
So some long toss going on here between the Dons and Daniel Tinoco, as now Tinoco's going to sail this one off into the sideline. How about this interesting note? Through 5 halves so far this season for the Dons, they have not let up a single goal on defense.
Wow.
Now, granted, the competition they faced hasn't been particularly spectacular, and a nice play to keep it in bounds by Watson. But, either way, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, to not let up any goals at all is just – that's hard to do.
And looking to make it 3 straight shutouts here tonight.
Yeah, that shows that they have great chemistry on defense and know how to get the stops and where to go when the ball is on the Don side of the field. So
Harris
this is just
able
a great
to
team.
get this away, and now the Don's got to save it. Barazuta able to knock that one away. Here goes Ian Martinez. 1v1, and now that one's going to be knocked away by Callum Dixon. Been in tandem with Ian Martinez a lot tonight after things got chippy between Martinez and Jesus Romero. So coach is being smart, getting them away from each other with under 12 minutes to go in the game.
What a throw.
Nice throw there by Stalinchek. Wow. Barazuta off the head into traffic. Now a chance here for Shanahan.
Oh!
Collision.
Oh!
And through the backside.
Collision, then
Ryan
a kick.
Shanahan unable to capitalize on the empty net after Tinoco vacated it. Nonetheless, still 4-0. See on your screen just how much of a great audience we have out here tonight. Great turnout considering, there's another sport going on about 40 miles away. Carroll Stream, great place. One of our football players lives out there, Carl Schmalz, number 88. You'll see him a lot this upcoming season. As here's Ian Martinez once again in tandem. This time it is with Romero, and Romero kicks it away, and we're going to have another corner kick. So much for keeping them away from each other.
Yeah. That was like a double slide. They slid at the exact same time.
And right into each other, too.
Perfectly in sync, yeah.
So this is going to be Daniel Dino to knock it away. High one.
To the air, another header gets it out.
More heads, more heads.
Looking for a handball, don't get it.
There's Cesar Lopez, who has come in as well.
Back into the
Did not make that mention. Now Tinoco. Knock that one away. Oh, and a hard hit off the head there for Lopez. It's interesting, talking about the headers earlier. Just, and considering especially a kick like that, how hard that's coming off of someone's foot, how much speed it's got onto it, and it's hitting you straight in the forehead. How does that
all the other
not
aspects
screw your
to it,
head up? It's crazy.
Whoa.
There goes Trevor Johnson. Look at that burst of speed.
Oh.
Oh, and we get a whistle.
There we go. Everyone was looking for that one. Players,
That one was
fans.
blatantly obvious.
And we're going to stop the clock.
Clock will be stopped. That was Callum Dixon. Gets a yellow pulled on him. Andres Barazuda is going to exit. We're also going to see Marty Krug come off.
Oh.
And now a red is pulled. How about that? And Dixon not very pleased and is getting it from the fans here. Wow.
All right.
The player's trying to tell him to stop. It's fans are into it though.
Yeah.
But you know, there does come to a point. You know, you gotta keep it to a respectful spot. So
yeah, doesn't matter what happens. Good sportsmanship all around.
That's the goal of all this in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
However, you do have to appreciate how much they've been into it, though.
Yeah,
you know,
that's great, though. Yeah,
you don't necessarily get this all the time in a soccer match.
Yeah.
So now looks like it's going to be Dino to take it. No, it's going to be Barazuda. It's going to take it. Oh, never mind. How about that?
Whoa!
Oh. That would have gone.
That would have been
the
awesome.
right way.
Yeah.
Wow. How about another Sports Center type of play there? Woo.
Top 10.
We would have had a second Notre Dame play on Sports Center in a year. Thanks, Louis. Excited to see Louis playing up at Harvard this year.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
I'm really interested to see how that one is. Oh, and off a young man's head. Ouch. And more Trevor Johnson getting beat up.
Yeah.
Wow. But anyway, now I forgot what I was saying.
Louis Lesman.
Oh, yeah,
Harvard.
yeah. Interested to see how that goes up at Ivy League. They obviously didn't play last year in the entire league. So interested to see how that's going to turn over this year for all the Ivy League schools. You know, you do have to wonder, though, you know, if his basketball career really starts to take off, does he transfer out of Harvard? Does he go somewhere else? Go into the transfer portal? It's things you got to think about.
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't know. The two of us didn't know Louis that well, so we can't really make those assumptions. But they are things you got to think about.
Yeah.
And Troy, too. Troy D'Amico down at SIU with a bunch of really talented guys down there. One, Siam Atade. Or, I'm not Siam Atade. Scotty Abube. Thank you. I was getting the two confused from Mundelein. Two big guys that are going to play a big role for SIU this year. With Anthony Davanzo, another Notre Dame alum, still there for the Salukis. You got to wonder if they really do well. Do they possibly
I'm excited
transfer
to see.
out and go into maybe a Power 5 conference or a Group of 5? I know that I don't think Missouri Valley is in the Group of 5. I mean, you go to a school like it's not as that. Go to a Group of 5 school might help.
Yeah.
Or even
I'm
a
excited
Big
to
East.
see their basketball careers. Great.
We did actually find an update on Anthony Sales. He is at Lewis University this year. Kind of kept everything under wraps in terms of where he was going, but that is, according to sources, ND staff, they did say he is at Lewis University now.
Yeah, great for him.
So probably at some point he's going to enter the transfer portal because
Yeah.
he's got a lot of talent when it comes to
the big
basketball.
three for ND last year. I'm excited to see all of their basketball careers because they were great players for the whole season.
Well, I mean, think about it. This year they've like completely revamped their roster, and they are.
This year should be awesome.
They're going to be scary this year, considering you got Mac Ross and Sonny Williams back. Mac's back at full health. Sonny third full year on varsity, second year starting. Jan Kutu, transfer in from last year, could not play last year due to transfer rules. And then you got a bunch of transfer kids. Bryce Coleman coming in from St. Rita, a top player in the state for class of 23. Sherrod Dent coming in. Jonathan Taki coming in. Connor Moselle jumping up from JV. Michael Crimmon's another guy to think about. It's going to be a very scary roster when it comes to November. And Martinez not able to recover that one.
Great
While
hustle.
we've been talking a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, we really haven't gotten the chance to, so
Yeah. Not yet,
that was
but-
our opportunity. We do have some switches. Aiden Kimura has entered. Angel Panora Garcia has entered. Frank DiFilippo has come in, and Danny England all have come in for the Dons with 5 minutes to go. So, get the bench mob some reps against a decent Senn squad. They haven't been able to materialize in terms of getting anything on the scoreboard, but they have played a really, really good game here tonight, especially when it comes to defense. They've just had a couple of bad luck goals. Other than that, they've really, kept things close the whole night. So, barring something crazy happening here, Senn is going to drop to 0-2. Dons are going to improve to 3-0 on the season. The first half definitely was really competitive between the two, but it definitely seemed like that the Dons, after about the first 10 minutes of the second half, looked like that they definitely had gained the edge over the Bulldogs. They looked like they completely not outnumbered, but outmatched them.
They came in from halftime with the mentality that we're going to score 5 times the amount of goals we scored in the first half.
And
so
they've scored 3 times the amount.
Yeah, exactly.
No, 4 times, because that's how multiplication works. I'm sorry, Coach Pauly. He's not watching right now. He's coaching football. But if he were watching right now, he'd be very disappointed in me. For reference, Coach Pauly is the math department chair here at ND. Teaches algebra and pre-calc. I did have him last year. Awesome guy. He's got a real good banter, real good relationship. Not just his football players, also his students too. He knows he knows most of the kids here, which is spectacular.
It's great, yeah.
That one's going to roll out. Kimura's going to let it go.
Close one. Close call.
It is going to be Senn's ball here with under 3 minutes to go. It is a 4-0 game between the Dons and the Bulldogs. Ooh. That was a hard hit in the back.
Yeah. Dons just passing it around the middle of the field now, trying to keep it away, make sure that they can secure the dub.
Do not have any more updates coming from Glenbard North. As we said earlier, if you want to find updates later on, just go to NDCP_football on Twitter. And you can get those updates. Or you can go to NFHS and find Glenbard North on there, and you can watch it on there. Because they don't have a group like we do, which is okay. Not every school has one. As Frank DiFilippo with a nice save there. And
into the middle and just gets knocked
from
right back out.
Lenore Garcia. Also, make sure, like we advertised earlier, make sure go give Fenwick Broadcasting a look too. See what they're all about, because you're going to see them next week. We'll be with them from Triton College, so make sure you go give them a look, give them a little bit of love. They do spectacular work down there at Oak Park. Real great group of kids over there. Now we get a whistle. So go show them a little appreciation. They're playing Morgan Park tonight. It's Fenwick Senior Night. So yeah, show some support for the Friars and their broadcasting club. Because we like supporting everyone else. Also, because we like supporting our broadcasting teams from everywhere else, make sure you go check out the broadcasting crews at Brother Rice. They do a fantastic job. They don't just do the popular sports. They do just about everything, which is amazing to see. Those guys are really dedicated to their work. Corner kick is going to just go out to the sideline with under a minute to go. Go check out Fenwick, like we mentioned. St. Lawrence also has one as well. Bennett did have one. I don't know if they still have it anymore. Lakeview also has a really good group as well. They do a lot of their stuff on Facebook. So if you have Facebook, there's one to go to. Even St. Pat's now has one too. They've actually done a pretty decent job. You know, we're not fans of St. Pat's here, but you know, gotta give credit where credit's due, and they do a really nice job at Austin and Belmont, which is fantastic to see that this field is growing among students.
10 seconds left of this game.
And then probably just going to run the clock down. We're going to have a long boot off the head of Barazuda. DiFilippo is going to knock it down, and the Dons stay undefeated. They shut out the Senn Bulldogs by a score of 4-0. Their third straight shutout of the season to start the year. What a game.
Yeah, Lubianco didn't have to do anything in the goal, basically. Only a few saves for him. That's great for the defense, and let's hope this Dons offense keeps it up throughout the season.
Yeah, a really, really nice effort put out by the Dons. 2 goals by Freddie Krug, one in the first half, one in the second half. But we said it earlier, the mentality for the Dons really shifted once they came out of halftime.
Yeah.
And they just took off after about the first 8 minutes. They looked a little bit out of sorts. You could tell that Senn really had them on the ropes, but then they turned it around really, really quick. And it ended up turning out into a great win for them. Staying undefeated now 2-0 in this tournament. So with that, the Dons do have another game tomorrow. It is an away game there at North Shore Country Day. Tomorrow, I believe it is an afternoon game. And it is an away game, so obviously we're not going to have that. However, if you feel like getting up at 9 in the morning, we are going to have freshman football. Glenbard North is going to be here, as here comes the squad heading on over to the stands, greeted by the fans. I'd say about 100, 150 showed up here tonight. Great crowd for the Soccer Dons, which is awesome to see. So, Caden, I'm going to ask you, you have any final thoughts?
No,
tonight?
just great game all around. Defense, offense, doesn't matter who was playing or where. It was just a great executed game from the Dons.
You know, talking to some of these kids this week, they definitely didn't, you know, they didn't necessarily think they were prepared to face Senn after the lightning out.
Yeah.
It was good for them that they got another game in with DePaul. They definitely looked like that they had readjusted themselves and looked a lot cleaner coming into tonight. Obviously, the first half was a very defensive type game, but then it just kind of clicked for them in the second half, and they really turned on the Jets, and it ended up being a good game for them, winning 4-0. So, final thoughts, Caden?
No, just great game.
No final thoughts from Caden. He is doesn't want to do anything. So, we will be back in a week over on the Fenwick channel. We will be with all of their kids. It's going to be a very exciting event. So if you're not there at Triton College, make sure you tune in to the Fenwick Broadcasting Crew's YouTube page, because we're going to be there with them, and we're extremely excited for it. We've put in a lot of work for it, and we are so thrilled for the game to finally come. So we will see you all in a week. For that, for our entire producing crew, for our camera guys, for Caden Frelly, it's Danny Burke signing off. Have a great night, and go Dons.